The year was 1962. Benfica, the biggest club in Portugal, was celebrating their second consecutive win at a UEFA Champions League. Their mythical manager, Béla Guttman, wanted to get a raise. The board at Benfica denied the request. Béla Guttman, as controversial as he was, stormed out of the club and said in the most infamous press conference of the Lisbonese club, he said the mythical words, "In the next 100 years, Benfica will never win an European competition." 8 finals later, 8 losses later, Benfica is still looking for another chance at European glory. So here I am at Esasu Football to break the Béla Guttman curse in Football Manager 26. Our first match was the Super Cup of Portugal against Sporting. This was my first official and important match in FM 26, so I was still learning a lot around the game. The match was disastrous. We lost 4-2. We didn't play that bad, but I had like 10% knowledge about the game so far. While I was playing that match, I was changing some things here and there, and I noticed that I still had a lot to learn and grow. That made me extremely motivated to keep playing this game. Our goal is to reach the final and win an European competition. It can be Champions League, Europa League, or Conference League. And in the first season in FM 26, we have the chance to get qualified for the Champions League. Our first opponent in our way to qualification of the Champions League, just like it was in real life in the start of the season, was OGC Nice from France. The first leg was at our place. Things started greatly for us when at the 20th minute, after we stopped the dangerous counterattack from Nice, we initiated our own counterattack. Through the right, Dedic into our main striker Pavlidis. Through the right, he makes a great pass into the middle. Ivanovic misses the shot, but Sudakov is there to convert our chance to the first goal in the night. And you heard right, I said it was the first goal in the night, because after we dismantled the attack of Nice, we initiated the counter-attack through the right again, and the great cross from Dedic made a beautiful header from Pavlidis, and we sealed the result at the 57th minute, 2-0 in the first leg at home in Stadio de Luz. In the second leg, we traveled to Nice in France, and we start greatly at the 23rd minute where Luka Baggio converts a penalty. Then, just 2 minutes later, we orchestrate an attack through the left. Samuel Dahl, with great movements, played 2 dribbles. It's a problem in FM 26, but a great cross into the box. Nice defense, we recover it, and Dedic, with a lucky strike, the ball goes to the post, comes back to Pavlidis, and he pushes it to the net, and it's 2-0, 4-0 on aggregate. But we were not done, because right before halftime from a corner, we'll generate some danger, and outside of the box, Orsnes takes the shot for a great strike. 3-0, we seal the result, 5-0 on aggregate, and we qualify ourselves for yet another round of qualification. We are not yet into the Champions League, but we are one step closer. By the way, this was the formation that we were using in out of possession though. I was defending with 3 central backs, with Barnechea dropping deep. If you're curious about the tactic that I was using, because I didn't know much about the game, I stayed truthful to what I knew from FM 24 with a typical 4-2-3-1 in possession, which is one of the great improvements in FM 26, is then we can add out of possession where my wingers will drop deep to defend, and sometimes we'll change to that formation as well. Throughout the season, I experimented with the 3 offensive midfielders instead of wingers, and also out of possession, I was struggling to defend and keep our team away from conceding goals. So sometimes I will defend with 3 central backs out of possession, 2 full backs, 2 mid. I'll defend like this, which I really enjoyed. I'll change to again 2 midfielders, 2 central defenders, and 2 midfielders right in front of the defensive midfielders. Sometimes I would even defend like this. For an example, it worked in some games, it was pretty funny. I remember sometimes I'll do like this, but with open defenders on the wings to help out. Sometimes I will even do this, like no joke, against like Man City, for an example. I remember very well, I think I defended like this, just to make sure we are as compact as possible. The opportunity to qualify for the Champions League was near, and our last adversary was Fenerbahce from Turkey. We started at home, and Luke got really close at the 13th minute, but their goalkeeper got the ball away in an amazing save. From the corner, we generated danger. Sudakov took it with skill at the first post. Pavlovic almost did it, but the Turkish team cleared it away. We kept piling up on the pressure, and Orsnes to Barnechea with a great shot deflected on the Portuguese Nelson Smith, and look at back, you hit the bar right there after we conquered the ball really quickly. Actually, good press from us. We didn't give up on that possession, we recycled into our favor, and look at back, with a great pass to Amar Dedic into the box. He takes a poor shot, but in the first 15 minutes we were the most dominant team. At the 70th minute, we're showing some quality building from the back with the help of our two midfielders, Richard Rios and Barnechea. Tomás Araújo in control of the position to the right side, opens to Rios, which in turn opens to Dedic. Dedic, a great surprise, really good right back. You should pick it up if you're playing FM 26. I think he's 23 only, so he has a lot of space to grow. And look at our build-up. What a pass from Barnechea to Luke Bakio. And once again, Dedic showing up service over there. He can make a cross here to Luke Bakio. He passes back to Rios. And what a save from Ederson once again. That's true. Fenerbahce starts the FM 26 with Ederson in the goal, which is really good. From the corner, will generate more danger. It was not yet that would score our first goal in the night. Even though we were dangerous, and Sudakov almost got a header there, but poor attacking movement from our formation. In the 24th minute, we allow a counter-attack for the Turkish team, and Asensio, coming in through the right, makes a great pass to Korglu, but comes in, he makes a shot that goes over the target. That was an ex-Benfica player, by the way. Once again, we build from the back. Fenerbahce not pressing high at all, so giving a lot of time and space for us to do whatever we want with the ball. Also Rios and Barnechea dropping deep to help our central defenders. As you can see, my fullbacks are nowhere to be seen. They are very projected through the wings. What a pass to the middle from into Sudakov. Sudakov, great pass to Pavlidis over there. He stretches the opposition. He makes a pass into the box where there is Dal. He makes a great dribble, and he gets a great dribble, and he gets fouled by Ismail Yüksek. The referee checked the VAR, and it was a penalty. Luke Bakio assumed the responsibility. He runs to the goal, and he buries it in past Ederson, and we are 1-0 up, getting closer to guarantee our access to the Champions League phase of 2025. And we were building through the left. Dahl with a great run, made a great pass to Sudakov, or a bona cross into Luke Bakio, and he scores an amazing goal, making the result into 2-0. That was a beautiful team build-up effort. At the 73rd minute, we will be back through the left into the box, and a copy-paste goal. Dal pass into Orsnes, and in the middle of the box, he makes the goal, 4-0 past Ederson. But we were not done yet, and again, through the left, Dal with a great movement, looking for his teammates. He makes a dribble, makes a pass, missed, Barreiro recovers it, pass to João Rego, back to Diogo Priost with an amazing goal from the youngster Portuguese wonderkid, kind of. Amazing shot, making it 5-0 past Ederson, and with this win, almost guaranteed to qualify ourselves for the Champions League. After that impressive win versus Fenerbahce, away from home, we went to a crazy game where we drew 5-5. We had more shots on target, more XG, more possession, and more corners. Before our next match of the Champions League, or any important matches in the Portuguese League, we have the closure of the transfer summer window. And in that window, we only did one business. We hired George Achiapong from Chelsea for £15 million. And as you can see, at the time of recording, he's doing great with an average rating of 7 14. He came in at 19 years old, so he was able to grow a lot because Alexander Bach, the usual right back at Benfica, was injured at the time with a torn ACL, and he will take almost another season to return to competition. Another aspect where we have to improve as a team is our left back, but in that department we have two, Obrador and Dal. So I was trying to first cover the hole that the team had, and then we'll start the improving process. And we made no sales, basically. We let two players go on the loan, and that's all we did in the summer transfer market. With the summer transfer window out of the way, we can now start focusing on the Champions League phase. Our draw was a bit difficult as we will play against Ajax at home, with Arsenal away, with Inter away, with Basel from Switzerland at home, with Eintracht Frankfurt at home, with Manchester City at home as well, Olympiacos away from home. And we end the Champions League phase by playing Newcastle away from home as well. Our first match was Ajax at home, and we couldn't open better the Champions League phase with this beautiful counter-attack through the left, initiated by Rafael Obrador, our Spaniard. He made the cross to the box, Pavlis with an assist to Luke Bakio, and that was our first goal in the Champions League 2025 league phase in order to break the Béla Guttman curse. And we were not done for the night, because after recovering the ball high on the pitch after a goal kick, we initiated play through the left, and Obrador once again key with a great cross into Dodi Lukabakiu for the second goal of the night. And the job was not yet done, because once again through the left, and the combination of Sudakov and Obrador, we would create more danger. After a beautiful progression into the box, Obrador makes a sweet assist into Richard Rios to score the third goal in the night. But the job was not done yet, because Ajax, attacking through the left as well, makes a great goal through Gotst here, reducing the result to 3-1. And then, after a corner, they recycle the possession. An attack through the right sees them make the second goal through Berghuis, and it was a bit scary now, as we were 3-2 up with a chance for Ajax to turn the game around. But luckily, the match ended 3-2, and we conquered our first points in the Champions League phase in our way to break the Béla Guttman curse and conquer an European trophy with Benfica. It was a really good match. We got 21 shots, they got 10, we got 7 on target, we got 199 XG, and they got 0.87 XG. Our second match after the Champions League phase was away to Inter de Milan. And after a great attack through the left, Obrador makes a pass to Dedic, but his shot gets deflected, and Inter starts a counter through the left by Lautaro Martinez. And he makes a great run up the ball, makes a pass back to Di Marco, great cross into the box, and Dumfries opens the score for Inter 1-0. At the 8th minute, we'll be able to get a goal back at the 44th minute when Orsnes, after a corner, makes a beautiful finish, tying the score at 1-1. But at the 60th minute, also from a corner, Dumfries will make his brace, punishing us at the set piece and making it 2-1 for Inter. And 12 minutes later, after we lost possession in the midfield of Inter, a great counter-attack finished with Lautaro Martinez' shot to make the match go to 3-1. We still hold up to some hope after we were able to reduce the difference to 3-2 after a great assist into Pavlidis and a great shot from our great forward. But in the end of the day, we lost away to Inter 3-2. In all perspectives, not a bad result, but Inter kinda played better than us. 19 shots, we got 15, they got 12 on target though, we only got 7, they got an XG of 1.98 and we got an XG of 1.17. After a hard-fought match but a loss against Inter of Milan, our next match was against Arsenal, and they started quite dangerous with a great shot at the 18th second. Once again, they were coming forward, but actually great defense from Dedic, originating an attack for us here, and look at Bakio super close to scoring. Declan Rice set piece FC from a free kick really close. And then again, another free kick at the 67th minute. João Rego initiates a counter there. Good counter from us. Great pass into Amar Dedic from the right. Makes a cross. No, he stops, makes a dribble, goes close to the goal, makes a shot. What a save from Raya. What a play from Dedic. Then at the 69th minute, Arsenal with a good build-up, our press was not much higher. Gyökeres, ex-Sporting, ex-rival of Benfica, Wait, is that the penalty? No, wait, no, I think it's just the VAR playing tricks on us. I think it'll be... No, oh, it was a pen? No way, penalty for Arsenal at the 70th minute. Let's go, Trubin, save it, please, and he does it! What a save from Natalie Trubin! Beautiful, keeping the score 0-0 to us. Uh-oh, set piece FC comes forward with a corner though, and we clear it, Nicolas Otamendi. Great central back over there. Oh, but Arsenal recycles the possession. But nothing happens, and in the end of the day, that match resulted on a 0-0 draw between us and Arsenal. They played better, of course they played at home, they had 6 more shots, 5 more shots on target. XG was kinda okay, they got 1.8, we got 1.81, and they got 5 corners, we got 4 corners, they got 64% possession, we got 36% possession. That's the formation that we finished the game with. I always like to see progressive passes. We only made 28 progressive passes and only made 60 passes in the final third. So Arsenal coming forward more, coming with more people forward and taking more risks, but that's 0-0. That means we have a win, a loss, and a draw in the first 3 games of the Champions League 2025. After an heroic draw versus Arsenal, we had an easier task versus Basel from Switzerland. Lidish gets the first goal into the net, 1-0 down. At the 37th minute, great counter-attack with a build-up, Dow through the left, makes a great dribble, makes a good cross, and Pavlidis for the 2-0, making a brace versus Basel. Easy stuff for us. At the 38th minute, we are leading at home. At the 62nd minute, Basel, with a great build-up through their left side, Dele makes a great pass to Cisse, great pass to Shaqiri, and then what a beautiful pass to Bronczynski, and makes a great finish, reducing the deficit for 2-1. But we're still leading, and I'm feeling comfortable. At the 7th minute, Basel going on the counter after we wasted the possession. At the 70th minute, we recover the ball after the failed attempt of an attack by Basel. We build up from the back to Mazarouj, to Banjaki, our youngster. Bad pass, Lukebakiu didn't got anticipation there. Great build up from Shaqiri, great body feint. Another great pass to Bronczynski. Copy-paste from the previous goal. Great assist from Shaqiri into Bronczynski. We're now drawing 2-2. But at the 90th minute, we were attacking. Basel took the ball away. Yeah, by the way, these matches are before the dribblers and nonsense headers fix. Way before. These are still in the beta. Looking back, you makes a great... what a beautiful finish! I was not expecting for the goal to be right now, but this is probably it. 3-2 at the 91st minute. Here we go. We take the 3 points home, and actually a great amount of efficiency for Basel. 3 shots on target. 2 goals. We got 9 shots on target. We got 27 shots in total, 208 XG. They got 145 XG. We got 61% possession. Also, we got 65 progressive passes and 113 final third passes. We were way better than them, but they got those 2 goals. Great assists from Shaqiri into Bronczynski. Oh, because Shaqiri was playing in the middle, but he was showing up a lot in the left. We were not able to cover that very well. But in the end of the day, like we beat Ajax 3-2, we take another 3 points away. So we have 2 wins, a draw, and a loss so far. That's really good for our ambition of conquering an European trophy. Our next match is versus Eintracht Frankfurt, and we started with a great chance at the 5th minute after a corner, but good save. Samuel Dahl recycling our possession here after a throw-in through the left, but Barnechea Dahl with a great cross, Trivela, looking back, you can't get the header, because Zetterer, the keeper, grabs it. Oh, and that initiates a good attack for Eintracht. We recovered it, Rios. Oh, what a bad pass, Doan, it's Ritsu Doan into Burkhardt. Great play through the middle. Gotze with a chance, Trubin! Amazing save! Gotze on Eintracht Frankfurt. Really impressive. Corner for Ritsu Doan. To the second post. Oi! Great chance for Frankfurt. Wait, another corner at the 30th minute? And they get close once again. Scary times for us. We get our own corner 10 minutes later. Sudakov. Great. Into the box. They clear it. Second chance. Yes. Sudakov recycles the possession. Dedic into the middle. Barnechea. Great shot. Actually deflected in Lukebakiu himself. Offside. Already on the second half. Lukebakiu for the free kick cross corner. Sheldrup with a chance. Good shot, but not yet into the goal. 57th minute. Good build up from Eintracht. Through the middle now, Broekdart, bad pass, we recover it. Amazing. Oh, Dahl, come on. Sudakov recovers that ball. Beautiful. Into Dahl. Nice into Orsnush, great movement. Into the box, lost to Kok. We recovered it. Rios, no, we lost it. Damn. We're fighting hard in this game. Otamendi, good recuperation to Dahl. Into Sudakov. Back to Otamendi. Otamendi into Tomás Araújo. Nice, I like the patience of our team here. Richard Rios, Sheldrup. Great, no, it was not a great shot. It was an okay shot. But we more dangerous in the second half. We more shiesty. We more spicy. Sudakov with the corner. Oh, not even close. Second wave. Orsnush, good shot. That generates yet another corner. Damn, we were on top of them at this time. They deflect it again though. Second wave. No. It's just, 91st minute corner. Oh, damn, that second half was really hard for us. Cross. Jovloso! The youngster! With a beautiful header. In the middle of the box. After a second wave attempt from a corner. I gotta see that again. It was after the corner. Sheldrup receives the pass from Otamendi. João Veloso, great movement from the back into the goal. Beautiful stuff. And if fortune wants so, this should seal the deal. Now still a chance for Frankfurt. Kanuzun. Great pass into Brook. No, bad pass. Obrador. Barnechea. Otamendi. Long ball. Prestiani lost it. Kanuzun recovers that for Eintracht Frankfurt. He comes forward, takes the shot, and no danger. Now, yes, it should be the end of the match. Here we go. Yo, we got 22 shots in total, 7 shots on target, but we got only 1.32 XG. They got 0.53, so we created a lot, but not that well. Also, we got 51 progressive passes and 136 passes in the final third. Well done. GG, 63% possession. We played really, really well. So that means so far 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. That's 10 points, actually. Not bad at all. Let's go to our next match. After a good win versus Eintracht Frankfurt, our next match is Manchester City at home. That's right, we're playing against the giant English club, and we start by scoring a goal at the 36th minute by Orsnush. Great play from us. And then we pile up the danger 10 minutes later. Barnechea, even though he was injured, got a great shot that goes slightly wide. On the second half already at the 66th minute, we put it long, good press from Man City. We win it in the air, João Veloso lost it. Lukebakiu recovers it again. Great effort, but then lost it to Marmouche. Riley, what a pass to Haaland. Can we go? Can we keep? No! They miss. Lucky for us. I really thought that would be a goal. Donnarumma. Then at the 75th minute, great build-up from Manchester City here through the left. Nathan Ake, Marmouche, Ake. Great defense from Lukebakiu. Rodri comes in with a great sliding tackle. City still building up. Pep ball, Pep style, slowly but surely. Turn around, pass back, here we go. Prime Pep ball, Kovacic. Great pass to Alan. Trubin had no chance over there. Great finish. 1-1 on the scoreboard though. Can we get a win here? That would be amazing. No more highlights, no more goals. 1-1 at full time. And it wasn't that bad actually. We got more shots than them. They got 4 shots on target, we got 3 shots on target, 0.66 XG for us, 0.68 for them. We got 4 corners, they got 6. We got 45% possession, they got 55. Final third passes, they got 7 more. Progressive passes, they got 8 more. So they were slightly, but like really, really slightly better. Great match, bro. We're really able to deny them. We're really able to bring them down. At this time, I was using this tactic to start and finish the games. So interesting. So that means right now we have 2 draws, a loss, and 3 wins. 11 points right there. Not bad, not bad. Our 6th match for the Champions League would be away to Olympiacos, where the only goal came from the penalty spot from Barnechea at the 61st minute. That means we have 4 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That's pretty good. And we dominated the match. 10 shots on target, 24 in total, 2.84 xg, 65% possession, 163 final third. Bro, we did 130 more passes in the final third than them. But they got 33 progressive passes, we got only 52. So that wasn't that much, but we completely outplayed them. Lastly but not least, our final challenge in the league phase is versus Newcastle. And at the 4th minute, they sent the ball long with the defend, but they recover. Joeliton into Tonali, into Murphy. Voltemade, my favorite striker in reality so far. Gordon, great dribble, what a finish. But Ruben saves it. Voltemade closes the deal. 1-0 for Newcastle at the 4th minute. And then 4 minutes later, 3 minutes later, they got a penalty, and Voltemade does not miss. What a horrible start. 2-0 down before 8 minutes went by. Unbelievable. But we didn't give up. At the 11th minute, we start the build-up. João Rego on the left. To Barnechea. Tomás Araújo. Otamendi. Good patience from us. Dal. Orsens. Back to Dal. Beautiful dribble from the Swedish man. Here we go. Second dribble through the same. I thought he'll do the third dribble through the same player. Otamendi. Tomás Araújo. Richard Rios. Look at Bacchio. What a pass to João Rego. Beautiful finish. What a play. Maybe it was offside. I think it was not. Beautiful pass from Luque Bacchio into João Rego. And the goal is confirmed. Unbelievable. And at the 48th minute, we coming forward after a foul committed by Newcastle. Once again, nice build-up, good patience. Dedic on the right. He makes... Oh, he lost it. Gordon in possession for Newcastle. They play through the back. Malik Theo into Livramento. João Rego, great interception. Pavlidis helps out Orsnes. Richard Rios opens to Dal. A lot of space for Samuel Dal. Here we go. He makes a beautiful cross. Look at Bacchio with a beautiful header at the second post. 2-2. There we go. At the 49th minute, beautiful finish. Great play. And that closes our league phase for the Champions League 2025. A lucky draw. Newcastle played better than us. They got 14 shots. We got only 7. They got 8 on target. We only got 3. They got 2.37 xg with a penalty, of course. We got 0.85. We got more possession though, and progressive passes. They only got 7 more, and we got more final third passes. So they weren't that much better. They got more shots, but away from home and starting 2-0 down before 8 minutes, getting that point back is amazing. I think our team did really well. So that means that after 8 games, we got 4 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. That equates to 15 points, and we get the last spot to qualify us directly to the round of 16. Ahead of us were teams like Galatasaray, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, Arsenal, Athletic Bilbao with 18 points, that's impressive, and then Liverpool with 22, together with Real Madrid on top with 22 points as well. Sporting will make its way through, but they need to go through the playoff round. At the same time, we were performing very well in the Champions League. For the League of Portugal, we were doing very well as well. A couple of bad games here. Gil Vicente 0-0. For an example, a loss to Moreirense, but then that was for the Taça de Portugal, because then for the championship, we beat them 6-1. We won against Braga, beautiful win 3-1 versus Porto. We went to the final of the League Cup, which we lost 1-0 to Sporting, and right after the last match of the Champions League, we also beat Sporting for the league 2-1 away. So, but we also had a loss to Santa Clara for the league there. So big wins versus Porto and versus Sporting, but bad results, for example, versus Santa Clara. We also lost to Moreirense. No, we drew to Gil Vicente. But our focus here is to win an European competition. And at this time in the save, I was actually thinking that Champions League will be very difficult to win. So what if we actually went to Europa League or even Conference League? But for Benfica, that's really complicated, because to go to Europa League, we have to finish like third or fourth. And at Benfica, doing that can literally get you sacked. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately, we have a bunch of good results, even though we lost to Santa Clara and drew to Gil Vicente. The wins against Sporting and Porto really should solidify our position on the job. Also, a draw to Famalicão. That's rough though. But we're doing super well in the Champions League. Let's see who is our next adversary. And right before our next Champions League game, we had 2 losses in a row for the league. 4-0 away to Porto, and we lost 2-0 to Aves, one of the worst teams in the league. And also, before that, we drew 1-1 with Rio Ave. We are kind of collapsing in the Portuguese league, though. Our next match for the Champions League is Newcastle. Round of 16, we faced them in the league phase, where we drew 2-2. Let's see how well we can do against them in our next round. Before continuing the journey in the Champions League, let's take a look at our winter transfer market for our first season. We brought 2 players in, Abubakar Sedi Quinte, and I got this player because I knew him from my last save in FM24, where I was playing with Lillestrøm in Norway, and this was a great central back from Tromsø, a team also from Norway, and we brought him 19 years old only, 15 heading, 16 marking, 15 tackling already. Very good potential because of the decisions being 16. Determination and work rate could be better, but also very strong central back, 15 strength, and then good passing, okay vision. It is only 19. Of course, he needs to improve composure, and he needs to improve a bit the rest of the physical attributes, jumping reach, for example, but this guy will be great for the future, and we need players like him if you want to win an European trophy. The other signing, it's a more high-profile one, it's Henrik Mkhitaryan that we brought in, costing 0 to the club. Look at those amazing stats. 16 first touch, 16 passing, 16 technique, 15 teamwork, off the ball as well, 17 determination, 16 decision, still 12 pace. For a 37-year-old is pretty good. And why do I brought him? Because we have Sudakov that plays in the middle. It's basically our only offensive midfielder. And sometimes I like to play Sudakov on the left. Sometimes I like to play him as a second striker, or I like to have somebody else in the middle performing a different role. And we had really nobody that could play well at offensive midfielder. So we have Mkhitaryan that can also play the middle, can help the construction, a lot of experience, very good technical attributes, and since he costs 0, I mean actually costs 85k, because then we paid to bring him back immediately. So great potential central defender for the future, and a veteran almost retiring, actually wants to retire next season, but we have a clause in his contract to extend for 1 year. So we got both extremes. Super young player with potential, super experienced player to help the team out. When it comes to exits, we only sold Alexander Ba. He starts the save injured for a very long time, so I got Acheapong to be our right fullback second option. Ba is not bad at all. 16 tackling, 15 teamwork, 15 pace, 15 acceleration, great physical attributes, but Acheampong is way younger and is going to be way better because Ba doesn't have great crossing, does not have a lot of great mental attributes anyway. He'll be only 2.5 stars for our team, so we sold him for 15,000,075, making 9 million profit. Well done. It's now time to play the round of 16 of the Champions League 2025. Our adversary is Newcastle, a team that we faced in the league phase as well, and where we drew 2-2 with them. This time around, I want to win. I want to go as far as possible in the Champions League. The first leg was away at Newcastle, and we start great with a build-up through the right between Achiapong and Luke Bacchio. Once again, we're showing a lot of patience in our possession, but we actually lose the ball. Gordon, great pass to Voltemade. It's now Murphy 1v1 versus Trubin, and a great finish over our Guardian. Newcastle opened the score 1-0 up at 1 minute, like they did in our game for the league phase. They started to win 2-0 at 8 minutes. Hopefully, this time around we can stop it. At the 12th minute, they have another good chance, but we defend that through Obrador. They recycle the possession through Livramento. They make a good play, but Voltemade gets the ball on the post. Lucky for us. But at the 14th minute, it's now us in possession. With time and space, great pass from Sudakov, Mkhitaryan. Our most recent signing cost us 0 to come in. Actually, good counter from Newcastle. We're losing the ball too easy here at St. James Park. Good recuperation from our Colombian midfielder Richard Rios. Great opening to Obrador on the left. Great dribble. He passes back to Orsnes. Back to Obrador. Lost it again for Tonali. Another counter attack from Newcastle. Great Nicolas Otamendi. Otamendi, I think, is offside. Maybe it's a goal. It was a good counter-attack from Newcastle. We gotta get strong on our possession and our creativity. The VAR is coming through. And it's offside. No goal. Lucky for us. Ball on the post. Offside goal as well. We gotta do better. Achiapong through the right. Great pass into the middle. It's Sudakov now. Great pass exploring Luke Bacchio on the right. Passes through Dan Burn. He comes into the middle. Great pass. A great shot. But goes to the post. Still Luke Bacchio with another great shot. Goes really close. That's better. That's way better. Luke Bacchio. Rios. Achiapong. Here we go. Through the right, back to Rios in the middle. Great possession, great dribble. Mkhitaryan. Pavlidis. Great shot goes wide though. Okay, we're improving our possession. We're building way better. Not losing the ball. Not allowing any more counter-attacks. Smash. Into Nicolas Otamendi. Frederick Orsnes, our midfielder. Rafael Obrador. I've been actually using him way more than Dal on the left. Just feels better, more creative. Good combination once again. Richard Rios. Into Obrador. Into Orsnes. Great pass for Sudakov. Great dribble into the middle. Oh no! What a miss from Mkhitaryan. Beautiful chance. Yeah, we're doing so much better now. Oh, it's second half already. 60 minutes on the clock and we're losing 1-0. Dal came in. João Rego as well. Okay. Rios. Mazerujo on a yellow card. Needs to be careful. Achiapong on the right. Keeps the ball going. Here we go. Makes a great cross. João Rego can't reach it. Second wave from Samuel Dal. Good cross, look at Bacchio on the second post, makes the goal! I've seen this movement a lot from our team. Cross, look at Bacchio on the second post, cross from Dalor Obrador. We are 1-0 tied down. That's really good away at Newcastle, actually. Rego on the counter now. Newcastle not dangerous at all. I don't know if you noticed, the highlights are going all to our side. Mkhitaryan, Rego, great ball into Pavlidis. Great chance from the Greek. Goal! Goal. Oh, wait. Might be offside. Let the VAR check that one. Nothing wrong. The goal has been awarded. 2-1 away at Newcastle. Amazing. Beautiful assist. I think Dal with 2 assists in this match. Unbelievable. And Hall. Great pass to Timber. 1v1 with Trubin. Trubin grabs it. Calls it a cake at the 84th minute. Newcastle now coming forward. Of course, they are losing at home to a smaller team. Voltemade, my favorite striker. Voltemade again. Trubin! No, actually deflection on the defender. And Trubin still saved it. Great defensive effort. Corner. Late into the game. Into the box. Nothing happens. Joelinton recycles that for Newcastle. Tonali. Great shot deflected by our old defense. And it's it! We win away at Newcastle at St. James Park 2-1. That's the tactic we were using. That's the tactic Newcastle was using. Actually, not very bad stats. They got 13 shots, we got 9. But we got the same shots on target. We got more XG. Same clear-cut chances. They got 8 corners, we only got 2. 50-50 possession. Same distance covered. Final third passes, we got more. Two more, and they got two more progressive passes. Very balanced game, actually. I thought they played better. I thought they were on top of us, but it was very close. We totally deserved the win. He recycles this possession for Newcastle through the right. Livramento, Gordon once again. Gordon was so problematic in this whole fixture. Super, super fast. Nice dribble through Obrador and they score the goal. No way. Once again, they start winning, this time at the 25th minute, away from home. Gordon, he just dribbled our entire team and got that goal. Well done. But we got the throw in at the 41st minute. Pavlidis in the box. Easy. Easy. Throw in from Dal. Pavlidis collects the second ball and great finish. 1-1. 3-2 on aggregate at the time. And now in the second half, at the 52nd minute, Dal lost the ball too easily there. That's why I prefer to use Obrador. Gordon with a chance. Throw in. No. Just went wide. To be honest, Dal did got 2 assists in the last game. Can't be too harsh about him. Barnechea. Mkhitaryan. Sudakov lost it. Come on, Sudakov. But yeah, with Mkhitaryan signing, we have 2 extremely creative midfielders. Sudakov and Mkhitaryan. Really, really good. Livramento through the right. Great defense from Sudakov. Amazing. Offensive midfielder comes in to defend. Great long pass to Luke Bacchio. Luke Bacchio. Great to Mkhitaryan. Here we go. Great dribble. Into the box. Great cross. Oh no. Nobody got the final touch to make that a goal. Amazing play from us again. Sudakov, Dal. The combination on the left. Barnechea, Dal again. It's Sudakov. No chance for a shot. Rios, Mkhitaryan, Achiapong. Tried it. We are so alive. Newcastle. Not even showing up to the game here. Great cross. Tomás Araújo! No way! From a free kick! So you got the goal from a free kick and the other goal from a throw-in. Exploiting the weakness of Newcastle, I guess. And that's it. In the end of the match, we win 2-1 at home, 4-2 on aggregate. But look at this. The stats were crazy in our favor in this game. We got 7 shots on target, they got 2 shots on target only. We got 10 more shots in total. Also, we got 1.76 XG and they got 0.33. Same 50-50 possession, and we had almost 60. Now we have 61 more passes in the final third, and we got 10 more progressive passes. Unbelievable. We dominated Newcastle at home. Quote-unquote, unfortunately, our goals came from throw-in and free kick, which is still fair, but I guess I wanted to score more through our other creative aspects, but this also worked out, and that means we are moving through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League in our first season, trying to break the Béla Guttman curse. Let's get it! After an amazing win in the fixture versus Newcastle, our next adversary also comes from England, and this time we gotta face Chelsea. The first leg was at our place, and at the 31st minute we recover the ball on the midfield. Luke Bacchio initiates the counter here, he opens into the right with a dribble, he makes a great shot that Jorgensen saves it, but then Ivanovic, for the second ball, gets the goal, 1-0 for us. Then later, at the 85th minute, João Rego through the right, makes a pass into the left, Dal is there, he makes a dribble, makes a good cross, back to Rego, into the middle, Mkhitaryan comes in and scores a goal. Our new signing in the winter transfer scores the last goal of today, sealing the deal in 2-0 in Estádio da Luz. Great start in our Champions League quarter-final fixture. We got 17 shots in total, Chelsea only got 8. I got 14 shots on target, they got 5. We got 1.52 XG, they got 0.65. They got a bit more possession with a total of 54%. And we got way more final third passes with 124, they only got 52, and then we got 45 progressive passes and they got 32. This is the tactic that I used, and that's the tactic that they used. Let's go to the second leg at Stamford Bridge. And at the 14th minute, Chelsea opens the scoreline with a penalty by Cole Palmer. At the 31st minute, we initiate a good build-up through the middle, Barnechea, into Dedic on the right, into Richard Rios, great look ball looking for Luke Bacchio, he finds space, makes a cross, no, he makes a He makes a beautiful shot, hits the post, but Orsens is there for the second ball as well, scoring the goal for us, a draw, 3-1 on aggregate. Things are looking really good for us. At the 53rd minute, we attack through the middle. Orsens into Mkhitaryan, Richard Rios, Mkhitaryan. Pavlidis, great pass to Lukebaki, here's a chance, and we score it! 2-1 in the night, 4-1 in aggregate. I'm sure we're gonna qualify for the semi-finals of the Champions League. At the 55th minute, Chelsea attacks as well through the middle, now they open on the left. Back to Fofana. Great long ball to the left, it's Garnacho. Great dribble, great pass to Cole Palmer. He makes a great run and a great finish. It's 2-2 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. I still feel pretty safe. Chelsea on the counter though at the 57th minute. Through the left again, Caicedo. Long ball to the right, it's Pedro Neto in possession. Great dribble, he goes into the middle, Delap. Back to Reece James, into Pedro Neto. Great ball to Liam Delap. There's a hole in our defense, and he makes the goal with a finish. 3-2 for Chelsea in the night, 4-3 on aggregate. We're still winning. Let's go. Now at the 77th minute, Cole Palmer opens to Gittens. We defend really well. Let's go, Achiapong. I like that. But no options. No, make a pass back to Rios, into Lukebakio. Great dribble, Manu Silva. The youngster coming back from an insane injury. Obrador, Rego. Great build from us. Rego on the 1v1 there. He can make a cross here. He just lost it. Fernandes with a great pass to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer running through the right, passes through one. He goes. He comes into the middle, dribbles it once again, and makes a great finish. I think that's a hat-trick for Cole Palmer. 4-2 in the night, 4-4 on aggregate. Okay, now I'm scared. And from a free kick, Palmer scores again at the 96th minute. This is already extra time after being drawn in the regular time. What a beautiful finish. 4 goals in the night for Palmer. And now Chelsea was in the lead 5-4. But we will not give up. Manu into Nicolas Otamendi. Antonio Silva. Richard Rios. Opens on the right to Achiapong, ex-Chelsea player by the way. Bad pass to Lukebakio, ends on the counter. Gittens, long pass into George. George loses the ball to Antonio Silva. Lukebakio into Prestiani. Quick attack from Benfica here. Manu opens back to Antonio Silva. Otamendi showing up control and patience. Obrador on the left. Here we go. Great pass to João Rego. He makes a pass to Ivanovic and he scores the goal. Go. 5-5 on the night. 5-5 on the aggregate. 5-3 on the night. Unbelievable. And all that was left in the end was penalties. Palmer assumes the first one and actually gets it. Trubin against the side but couldn't reach it. Lukebakio, our most creative player, comes in to score our first penalty. And he gets it as well. Great shot. Liam Delap comes for the second penalty for Chelsea. He comes in and he gets it. Trubin guessed the wrong side. Now it's Ivanovic. He just scored in the extra time. He comes through and he gets it. A great strike. Now it's Enzo Fernandes, ex-Benfica player. Will he score? He runs into the ball. He takes it and Trubin saves it. Trubin was going to the left, but he saw the ball going to the middle. Great reflexes from our Guardian, and we are now on the lead. Manu Silva, the youngster, gets it as well. Well done. We are now very, very safe in this penalty shootout. Gittens comes in for the job. He runs to the ball, and Trubin cannot catch another shot to the middle, though. And now Antonio Silva shows up. Very decisive moment. Antonio Silva takes it in, and that's a goal. No chance for Jorgensen. And in the end, we qualify ourselves to the semi-final of the Champions League 2025, but it was a bit of a disastrous night in the regular time. Cole Palmer with a 10 out of 10. He scored 4 goals in the match. To be honest, I think it was because the dribblers weren't fixed yet. This was in the beta, by the way, and in the subsequent updates. So that was helping Chelsea because they had way more technical players. And you can see, this is the formation that we used. Chelsea once again assuming that formation. Cole Palmer on a 10, Pedro Neto on an 8. But the match was actually pretty close. Chelsea got 15 shots, we got 17. Same shots on target for both teams. Chelsea 2.91 XG, us with 2.35. Actually, we got more clear-cut chances with 4. Chelsea with 3. We got 13 corners. Chelsea got 4. Possession, more for Chelsea, 10% more. And also we've covered more distance too. Final third passes, we got 110. They got 97. And progressive passes, they got 61. We got 61 and they got 48. So that's actually incredible. In our first season, attempting to break the Béla Guttman curse, we are already very close to it, going into the semi-final of the Champions League. I wonder who our next adversary will be, who is the only team between us and the final in the most prestigious club competition in the world. And before knowing our next adversary, let's take a look at how we've been doing in the league since we had those 2 losses in a row to Porto and Aves. We beat Casa Pia and Daroca, also beat Estoril in style, and we bashed Moreirense 8-1 away from home, and we beat the 4th biggest team in Portugal, Braga, 6-2 as well, but then we drew 2-2 to Estrela da Amadora, so at this time we're still in second. We were very lucky in this season because Sporting was really bad, but Porto was too good, so we're still behind Porto, and it's looking very hard to catch up, but our focus is to win an European competition. And our next adversary on said European competition will be Real Madrid. Got 2 games with them in between Tondela for the Portuguese league. Actually, I'm very excited. We beat Newcastle, we beat Chelsea. Why not beat Real Madrid? You know what I'm saying? I totally think we can do it. The first leg of the semi-final would be at our place. And the 8th minute we have a great attacking play. Long pass to Sudakov and Pavlidis close to scoring. But that does not even scare Thibaut Courtois. At the 27th minute, Real Madrid were attacking through the left. Mbappé found Arda Güler. Great pass into Vinicius Jr., great finish, but luckily it goes into the post, we save. Still 0-0. At the 33rd minute, a corner for Real Madrid. We clear it. They have a shot. Oh no! Was it a miss or offside? It doesn't matter, it doesn't count. Good for us. We attacking through the left, through Barreiro. Great pass to Ivanovic, great finish, but Courtois, amazing save at the 73rd minute, stopping that goal for us. At the 80th minute, Mbappé attacking through the left. Great dribble over Achiapong, into the box, comes close to the post, makes a Rabona shot, great save from Trubin. At the 85th minute, Jude Bellingham, great combination with Güler, into Valverde, into Arnold, back to Bellingham, great pass into Arda Güler, he finds Vinicius Jr. now playing as a striker, he makes a shot and that's a goal, he goes past Trubin. Great play from Real Madrid, but wait, the VAR is called to action. And it's offside, lucky for us. And in the end of the match, 0-0, there was today a recent update to FM26 and the whole screen up to see past matches changed. Now we have the whole information up here for us. They got 67% possession, 8 shots, we got 6. On target we got 5, they got 2. We got a 1.13 XG, they got 1.23 XG. We got 4 corners, they got 2 corners. They completed 94% of the passes, we completed 89%, and we got 56 final third passes, they got 63, and we got 36 progressive passes, they got 29. Our best players were Trubin, Tomás Araújo, and Leandro Barreiro. For Real Madrid, the best players were Courtois, Éder Militão, Rudiger, and Camavinga. 0-0 at home is not a bad result. Of course, I wanted at least a 1-0 advantage, because now it's time to visit Santiago Bernabéu. And here we are, second leg at Santiago Bernabéu. We have our chance to secure the passage to the final, but a great save from Trubin at the 3rd minute. Real Madrid at home, already showing their fangs. At the 3rd minute, there is a corner. Valverde into Mbappé, great defense from Luque Bacchio. At the 9th minute, Barrenechea through the middle, Mkhitaryan. Luque Bacchio, lost to Arda Güler, counter-attack from the team of Madrid. Here we go, great pass to Vinicius, easy for Trubin. Dedic, at the 10th minute, great pass to Mkhitaryan, great connection to Sudakov. Luque Bacchio, opens on the left to Rego, great pass to Pavlidis. In the middle of the defense of Madrid, cannot get the header. Éder Militão, at the 10th minute, Real Madrid with a great ball on the left into Mbappé. Dribbles into the middle, pass to Guller. Ooh, I don't know if that was a pass or a deflection, but the ball meets Jude Bellingham in our box, and he scores 1-0 for Real Madrid at 11 minutes. Dedic starts the attack through the right. Lukaku makes a pass back to Barrenechea. Great connection with Sudakov into the middle. João Rego from the left into the box. Makes a great play, but the finish comes out very, very poorly. Free kick for Real Madrid at the 18th minute. Very close to our goal. The cross to second post. Mazaruz clears it. Camavinga recovers the ball. Mbappe with the shot gets deflected. Sudakov clears it away. Dal can go on the counter here. Really important for us to score a goal in the first half here. Sudakov, great dribble. Great pass, Pavlidis! He does it! 1-1 at Santiago Bernabeu. We are back in the game. Good counter-attack. And we have the possession at the 43rd minute. João Rego on the left. Loses the ball to Alexander-Arnold. Valverde recycles back to Militão. Back to Valverde. Into Alexander-Arnold. Back to Camavinga. Guller in the middle. Carreras also in the middle. Also, the right back and the full back both coming into the middle here by Real Madrid. Rudiger, Alexander-Arnold, Éder Militão, Federico Valverde, Jude Bellingham. Oh, he dribbles past, or the great pass, but we clear it away. We can't go on the counter though. So Carreras makes a great pass to Vinicius. Vinicius Jr., great dribble, makes the shot. Ruben saves it into the post. Unbelievable. And already in the second half, 53rd minute, great corner and great save from Truben as well, but in the aftermath, Arda Güler with a screamer strike leads Real Madrid 2-1. At the 54th minute, Dedic loses the ball on the left. Vinicius Jr. comes in into the box. All the play by himself, he hits the post. Or it was a save, I don't know, but we got lucky there. Good play from Truben. At the 69th minute, we are once again in possession. We are allowing too many counter-attacks. Here we go, once again, Real Madrid defending solidly. And we're losing the ball too many times. Great play between Bellingham and Guller. Valverde, good shot, Truben! No! Come on, Truben, you can do better than that. But also, good play from Real Madrid. 3-1 at the 7th minute. And in extra time, 94th minute, Real Madrid winning 3-1. Still looking for the 4th. It looks like we'll not be able to go to the final of the Champions League. Brahim Diaz so close to scoring there. And that's the end of our European dream. In the end of the day, in the 6th of May 2026, on a Wednesday, we lose 3-1 at Santiago Bernabeu. Man of the match was Arda Güler, and we were kinda destroyed. They got 21 shots, we got only 2. They got 9 shots on target, we got 1, so 100% efficiency. They got 2.56 XG, we got 0.67. When it comes here, final third passes, they got 90, we got 36. Progressive passes, they got 44, and we got 24. In terms of possession, they got 59%, and we got 41%. When it comes to the best performances, Carreras, Valverde, Bellingham, and Arda Güler were the best men in Real Madrid. For us, Truben on a 7 though, but Sudakov on a 7.5, they were our best players. Antonio Silva also with a 6.9, but it didn't help out. This was the formation that we were using, and now we can even see the roles. That's very interesting. That was the tactic that Real Madrid was using in possession. Arda Güler on free roll, Bellingham on winger, interesting. Then out of possession, they played like that, and we played like this. The way we were doing this, I don't really remember why. I guess it's because Mbappe was being a problem for me, so I was defending a bit more a right side with Sudakov in the middle. Well, that's the end of our European dream, but I think we did really well in our first season. We went all the way to the semi-finals. We got 8th in the league phase, so we got qualified directly to the round of 16, where we then defeated Newcastle 4-2 on aggregate. In the quarterfinals, we defeated Chelsea on the penalties, and then on the semi-final we lost 3-1 on aggregate to Real Madrid. But look, Liverpool, City, Real Madrid, and then us here in the middle of the giants in Europe. And in the final, Liverpool beat Real Madrid on penalties, so Liverpool conquers the Champions League of 2026. When it comes to the Portuguese League, we finished second with 80 points out of 34 matches, 25 wins, 5 draws, And for losses, we scored 95 goals, conceded 33, so our goal difference is 62. As you can see, Sporting did very, very poorly. They got 69 points, which is nice, but they are very much behind us. But look at Porto, 90 points. Unbelievable. They were way, way better than us. And when it comes to our team performance, here are our best players. Of course, Luke Bakio with 42 starts, got 40 goal contributions, 7.41 average rating. Then we have João Rego with 28 starts, got 18 goals and 15 assists, 7.34. That's really good. He's like 21 in the start of the save, I believe. Yeah, he's now still 21. Such a great performance for our youngster. I think that's a great sign for the future that we can trust him on our wings. Then we got Sudakov, our Ukrainian creative offensive midfielder, 38 starts, 11 goals, 13 assists, 7.19 average rating. Here it shows he's on a loan, but the deal is already done. So next season we'll pay the money and he will stay in our team. Then our only summer transfer, Josh Achiapong, the right back from Chelsea, is now looking like this. And he got 2 goals and 5 assists in 20 starts with an average rating of 7.14. That's a very, very, very good first season for the club. Then our keeper, Trubin, 52 games. I think he played almost all the games in the season. 7.12 average rating. Pavlidis, our main striker, 34 starts. Oh no, that's Dal. Okay, I was like, 1 goal. No, that's Samuel Dal, our left back. 34 starts, 1 goal, 12 assists. 7.11 average rating. Pavlidis, now yes, our main striker, 42 starts, 24 goals, 9 assists, not bad at all, 7.10 average rating, but in some games, and that was true also in the second and third season, in some games it just felt like he disappeared from the game, and in other games he will score an hat-trick or score a very important goal, so he's really good though. I think I will keep him. Mazarujo, our main central back, 50 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists, 7.03 average rating. Then we got Rafael Obrador. Actually, he started more times than Dal. No, Dal started way more. Yeah, Dal started 34, Obrador started 21. So our second left fullback, 21 starts, 3 goals, 8 assists, 7.02 average rating. And those were our best players. Our best goal scorer was Luke Bakio, followed by Pavlidis, João Rego, and Sudakov. Luke Bakio with 30, Pavlidis with 24, Rego with 18, Sudakov with 11. Most assists was João Rego with 15 assists, Sudakov with 13, Dal with 12, and Luke Bakio with 10. Bro, such an amazing contribution from João Rego. 18 goals and 15 assists. I hope he's growing. I hope he's growing continuous, and I hope he stays at the club, because if he keeps playing like this, I'm pretty sure somebody will want to pick him up. Also, interesting fact you can see from our main players, Trubin, Antonio Silva, Tomás Araújo, Otamendi, and Barnechea had the best pass percentage completion. Tomás Araújo was the player with most headers with 151, and Sudakov and Rafael Obrador and Samuel Dal, the players that played through the left actually, the ones with most completed crosses. But Luke Bakio was the one trying most crosses. 349 crosses he tried, he only got 35 of them correct. That's like a 10% almost success rate. Luke Bakio is also the player with most shots, 201. But João Rego also with a very good amount of shots, 117, not even close to Luke Bakio though. And Luke Bakio, the player with more expected goals, 26.25, Pavlidis 16.33, and João Rego with 11.95. Trubin, our main keeper, got 21 clean sheets and he conceded 53 goals in 52 games. That's like a bit more than 1 goal per game though. Then the player with most tackles completed was Samuel Dal with 91, and then Dedic with 80. So our right back and the main full back and main left back completing a lot of tackles. Then Achiapong and Mazaruj with 62. Falls made Dedic with 84. By far the player with most falls committed on our team. And Donos Pavlidis with 60. Very interesting. Number of yellow cards, Dedic with 16. That's insane. And then we have 3 players with 9 yellow cards, Otamendi, Obrador, and Mazarujo. Red cards? Wait, we only got 1 red card the entire season. That was from Nicolas Otamendi. Unbelievable. And you can see, for example, some of our youngsters, Achiampong, growing very, very well. João Rego also growing well. Sudakov started poorly, but then he steadily kept increasing. Same for Dedic, great progression rate by the end of the season, by the way. Lukebaki was stable. Tomás Araújo also growing steadily. But even Baranechea progressed really, really well. Also, Rafael Obrador, good signs in that progression. Speaking of potential, you have a lot of good youngsters that can go at least to 4 stars. João Rego is one of them. Trubin can also become 4 stars. He's already 3, but he can become 4-star potential. Gonçalo Moreira, 20-year-old offensive midfielder, can also become 4-star potential. Same for Achiapong, our new right back. Also, Abubakar Sedi Quinte, I think next season I'll start using him more because he can become 4 stars. But we have a player that can become 4.5 stars, Marcelo, a right winger that can also play striker, 16 years old, is already playing with our main team because he's that good. When it comes to current capacity, oh wait, Trubin is 3.5, it's not 3 stars, sorry, but he was one of our best. Lukebakio, 3.5 as well. Then Tomás Araújo, our main central back, 3.5 stars too. Then Sudakov, also 3.5 stars. Pavlidis, 2. And then you have a bunch of players with 3 stars that can do pretty well. Speaking of players, in the end of the season, we actually sold Orsnes to Newcastle. He's already 30 years old, he's beautiful on the mentality side, and also very good or okay physically, but technically he was really lacking, and in most games we could feel that, missing some passes, missing some goals, you know what I'm saying? So we sold him for 35 million with a profit of 26.5 million. So that actually allows us to have great money to spend next season. And then, to finish the video, let's see our other 2 competitions that are not very important, but they are a part of our history. We lost Taça da Liga final, the League Cup, to Sporting 1-0, and in the Portuguese Cup, we were eliminated in the 4th round out of 8 rounds to Moreirense, where we lost 2-1 at home, but then for the league we beat them 8-1 and 6-2 if I'm not mistaken, so that was really just a fluke. Maybe we used a very rotated team, so that's why they got ahead of us. And in the end of the day, this is our biggest achievement of the season. Semi-final of the Champions League that we lost to Real Madrid, but just arriving here also will give us a lot of money, but also gives me a lot of hope that actually we can relatively soon conquer an European trophy. And this is the end of our first season. Watch the next video to know how we did in our second season, how far we did in the Champions League, were we able to win the Champions League right away in the second season, how we improved our team, and how we're doing in the Portuguese League and the Portuguese competitions. Thank you for watching, your support is greatly appreciated, and I see you on the next one.